Hey, 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 it's time for Chubbyray. Welcome one, welcome all. It is time. It is time for Chubbyray Comics Live. We are live on a Wednesday late afternoon, early evening. I love it. Coming at you on this Wednesday, ready to talk comics. And we start today asking which comic character, which hardly used comic character needs a resurgence? Which hardly used comic character needs a resurgence? That's the question we're starting today's show with. We're starting with that question. Who needs a resurgence? Let's see. A Bard says The Question and Dr. Fate. DC Crane says Azrael and Shade the Changing Man. Look at that. Which character needs a resurgence? Blue Marvel or The Question? It's a good one, Sleepy. Mr. Terrific needs more love, is what Di says. Love it. The Question's a good pick. I can't wait for that DC Finest next year. I love it. This is why I asked the question. I wanted to know what you guys thought. Who do you guys think needs a resurgence? I had somebody in mind. When I asked the question, I had someone in mind. And I wanted to compare it. To who you guys thought. I was thinking Darkhawk. I love Darkhawk. Darkhawk and the New Warriors. Darkhawk and the New Warriors are my picks. They are very sparsely used characters that deserve a resurgence. But I love hearing your choices, man. Love it. Good evening, everyone. Trash Can Fam. Okay, so the Messiah Trilogy Omnibus just shipped, and looking online, I'm confused as to what I need to read before I start it. Well, as long as you know what happened in House of M, then you're fine to read it. I mean, you could read if you have like the paperback for Endangered Species, you could read that. But you don't need to. Love it. By the way, chances since they brought back Vertigo, I say bring on Hellblazer. I just finished Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 2, says Patrick. Meanwhile, Thunder says he just finished Avengers by Jeff Johns, which is that's a great book. That's a great book. There's a story in Avengers by Johns, which, by the way, that's what we're giving away Saturday. There is a story in Avengers by Johns called Red Zone that is so good. It's just such a great story. And Thunder, I know you just got a chance to read it because you said you just finished the omnibus. So you know what I'm talking about when I say that's a great story. DC Crane says he's in the middle of Batman Red Skies, DC Finest. It's awesome. That was the stuff right. That was what was going on right when Crisis got started, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Omega Red is the character they need to bring back. Very sparsely used character. Martian Manhunter. Captain Atom. I love it. Give me more Blade. Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel needs to be used more. Plastic Man. Hawkman and the Question. That's a good one, Sean. We need more Hawk. We haven't had Hawkman for a while. Give me some good Hawkman. Hawkman would be awesome. Blue Marvel is great. Has so much left to explore. DC needs to give him a run. Well, he's a Marvel character. You're not, Yeah, they're not going to license out. Marvel's not going to license out that character. Let's see. We need a new She-Hulk story. Well, they tried. They tried Planet She-Hulk. And it lasted 5 issues and they canceled it? And it was Stephanie Phillips. Stephanie Phillips is on fire. She's a good writer. And they canceled it. Jed McKay's a great writer, and they canceled Nova Centurion after 5 issues. I mean, I don't know if we can trust Marvel anymore. They're canceling everything. Is Black Adam as strong as Power Girl? Yeah, Black Adam's is very strong. Black Adam's very strong. He has the powers. He has the same powers as Shazam. Griffin says, just got my copy of Killing Joke and other stories as well as Blind Justice. Still waiting for IST to ship my year 1 and year 2 finest. Yeah, good luck waiting for them. Gary D says, we got Firestorm. We just did we got a Firestorm singles. They're coming out now. And we'll be able to get the trade in, I think a couple months is when the trade paperback for Firestorm is going to come out. So Jeff Lemire has is doing the new Firestorm run. Love it. Chip Christmas says he desperately needs an Adam Strange story. Oh yeah. Love it. Koopsy says, I'm reading The Court of Owls and man, I'm hooked. Yeah, The Court of Owls is really something. Gary D says Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter. Southport says, Ray, I've talked to you more today than I have my wife. Awesome. Laidback Gamer says, what about Stargirl? We do need some more Stargirl. Laidback Gamer says, Power Girl. Love it. Supposedly Miracle Man's making a comeback in Avengers Armageddon. Really? That Miracle Man? The Marvel Comics one? We haven't seen that in a long time. Red Tornado. Red Tornado's in Justice League Unlimited. The Red Tornado's in. Let's see. I'm trying to see any more. I want to see if there's any more recommendations of what hardly used character we need. Oh, the Atom. Gary D says the Atom. The Atom had there was a great book called Justice League, The Atom Project. And it was really good. Justice League, The Atom Project was the Atom. It was Captain Atom, Ryan Choi Atom, and Ray Palmer Atom. It was very good. It was really good. And Justice League Red was Red Tornado, Power Girl, Green Lantern, Cyborg, Deadman. It was very, very good. And it was written by Saladin Ahmed, but it was really good, man. I enjoyed it. It was very well done. So I like both Justice League Red and Justice League Atom Project, and they had very rarely used characters. It was pretty cool. Let's see. I want to see more Lobo. There's a Lobo series. There's a Lobo series going on right now, isn't it? Isn't there a Lobo series right now? Chip Christopher says Marvel's giving the books a chance, but at the same time they see sales first and it doesn't sell, then they pull it to redirect. They shouldn't be so reactionary, but they're greedy like everyone. Well, I think they need to get their print runs more accurate. You know what I mean? They need to get their print runs more accurate. They got to quit overprinting single issues. Maybe if they start overprinting collected issues and underprint single issues, they'll be better off. That's just, that's what I think. By the way, hit the like button, Sleepy says. Thanks, Sleep. Frederico's checking in. What's up, Frederico? He says he's on his way to his daily walk. Way to go, Frederico. Chip says, I'd like to see more villain books like Poison Ivy run. Give me a few villain series. Poison Ivy is sort of a villain anti-hero, because Poison Ivy is interesting enough to get her own book. We need, you know what I mean? We need more characters that are interesting enough to deserve of a new book. We don't always get that. NX Captain says, is Professor Chubbyray more than 50 minutes late? Can I leave class? I'm very rarely that late. Yeah, Crane says there is a Lobo series in DC Next Level. Right, absolutely. Sean says Lobo series is pretty good. I've been getting it in singles. Nothing serious, just a fun book. That's cool. Need more Hawkeye, even though I prefer Green Arrow. It's good. Thunder says already at 6.3, Ray. Awesome, man. Galandowski checking in. What's up, everybody? LP says they have been hinting at Miracle Man for a while, with a few hints that it might be part of Avengers Armageddon. If it's done well, I welcome the debut. It's about damn time. Yeah, it's kind of cool, man. Federico says there's also a Justice League Blur with Aquaman, which I'll be reading tonight. Justice League Blue Aquaman is fantastic. I read that and it is awesome, man. Marvel would be good if they focused on fixing the current main. Thank you. Marvel would be good if they focused on fixing the current main universe, especially Spider-Man, but they're not. They're moving on to this Marvel Midnight. I just wish they'd let Zdarsky do his thing. Let him do his thing and fix the mainline Marvel universe and then worry about it. That's just me. Using common sense. I mean, fingers are crossed for Marvel. Fingers are crossed. Marvel and DC need to bring back team-ups. Love it. What's going on, Shaz Bear? Ray, what's your favorite your Batman DC finest? My favorite Batman DC finest, there's so many. There are so many great DC finest with Batman. I don't know what's favorite. I haven't read them all. Death in the Family is good because I like the series around it. Death in the Family is good. Red Skies, because I've I've been reading it. Red Skies is very good. But I just love all Batman books. Love them all. Ivan says, how many collected comics are you reading at a time? I'm reading, like right now, I'm reading Legends Omnibus, okay? Legends Omnibus, Civil War Deluxe Edition. I'm reading an Iron Man paperback. Iron Man by the Knopf Brothers, Iron Man Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Plus I'm reading what did I just got something. I just got something I was skimming through. Well, Batgirl, the new Batgirl. So yeah, that's what I'm currently reading. But I'll finish Legends tonight and I'll start Civil War. Because I gotta finish Civil War. So I'll spend of my time reading tonight, most of it's gonna be Civil War. I'll finish up Legends. I'll read all of Civil War because I need to read it for book club tomorrow. And I won't stop reading till I'm done with Civil War. So that way I'm ready for book club. You know what I mean? DZ Crane agrees with Chip Christopher. Love the team up books, or love the team up books. Bring them back. AMJL says, just bought Absolute Martian Manhunter Volume 2. Oh, it looks awesome. Let me know what you think. I love it. The Blue, BLUE, Aquaman Justice League Blue, not BLEW. No. I love a full Earth 3 run. I tell you, I hope they put out Earth 2 Volume 2. I love Volume 1 of Earth 2. Earth 2 was just off. It was just off my top 10 new omnibus list. It should have been honorable mention, but I was going with books I hadn't read yet, or books I hadn't finished reading yet. But I finished Earth 2, and it was right off the list. It was a really good book. When I do a top 15 at the end of the year, it's definitely going to be, I would be shocked if it isn't on, because it's a very good book. Let's see. Review, but no, I have it, but I've never read it. Jeff Johns, Earth 1 Batman. Ray, what omnibus do you have? The omnibus you got sitting there under those tickets, do you ever read? I haven't read Thunderbolts Dark. In fact, I had it out. I had Thunderbolts Dark. Where is it? Thunderbolts Dark is in here somewhere. I pulled it out. To go on my top 10 new omnibus, the video that's out right now, Dark Reign. But I forgot it. I was going to put it on the honorable mention list because I haven't finished reading it yet. And then I forgot. I totally forgot about it. If you look in the background of today's video, the top 10 omnibuses of 2026, you'll notice that the comic Thunderbolts Dark Reign is behind me because I'll show you here. I'm going to show you the video. You guys will understand what I'm saying. All right. So here is the video for Thunderbolts, or here's the video for top 10 omnibuses of 26. Okay. Now, look right here. You will see Thunderbolts Dark Reign. And it is supposed to be an honorable mention, but I forget it. So when I'm doing honorable mentions, I mentioned Avengers by Johns. I mentioned Legends. I mentioned Superman Brainiac Reborn. But I totally forget Thunderbolts Dark Reign. Completely forget it. So, yeah, that's why it was pulled. So it's in the background. But Chubbyray, so stupid, I forgot to bring it up. You know what I mean? I don't know much about him, but Deathlock seems like a cool character I'd like to see more of. Yeah. Another day with Chubbyray. Even absolute Batman and Robin. I have Absolute Batman and Robin by Morrison, and it's very good. I haven't opened it yet, but I've read Batman and Robin by Morrison. It's very good. I haven't read it yet. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm yawning. I haven't read it yet in Absolute Edition. Even All-Star Batman. No, I will never read All-Star Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder, ever again. Laidback Gamer says he's almost done with Civil War. Ray, we need to know, if you had to give up all your omnibus but keep only 5 series in omnibus format, what would you keep? For me, it's JMS Spider-Man, Bendis Daredevil, Brubaker Cap, Punisher Max, and Grant Morrison Batman. If I could only keep 5, I would keep Bendis's New Avengers run, because it's going to be 3 great omnibuses. And I would hope that the future Mighty Avengers omnibus that I think are going to come one day, I would hope that omnibus would be considered part of it. I would want to keep I'd want to keep Tynan's Batman. I think I'd keep Jeff Johns' Green Lantern omnibuses. So I get 3 Johns omnibuses. I get at least 3 Bendis New Avengers. I get at least 2 Batmans. I'd get Spider-Man Brand New Day is 3 omnibuses. See, I'm trying to find a way to keep the most amount of omnibuses. And either Justice League of America, the Bronze Age, which is going to be 4 omnibuses, or it could be The Flash by Joshua Williamson. That's 3 omnibuses. Or Captain America Brubaker's run, which is 5 omnibuses. I think those are the ones I'd keep. Brubaker's Captain America is so good. I might want to keep that just because it's awesome. Yeah, that's a hard question, man. That's a hard... That's a hard question. DP says, Ray, how are you finding doing the morning shows? How's it working out? It's good, except I'm so tired that I find myself, I do my regular morning show, then I do my Chubbyray Comics morning show, and then I'm exhausted and I have to nap. And I'm not waking up from my nap until right before I have to do Chubbyray Comics Live. I've got to find I got to put a workout in there. So I've been sleeping and not going to my workout. So I have to figure out how to do that. And it might require me going to sleep earlier, because I like to read at night. And I like to read at least 3 hours. So I'm trying to get it figured out. I'm trying to I'm trying to get my schedule worked out so I can fit my workout in. You know what I mean? Ray, do you have a favorite Moon Knight run? Jed McKay's Moon Knight run, the last one, is fantastic. That omnibus, this is one of the best omnibuses. One of the best omnibuses you could get is this one. This is one of the best omnibuses out there. Jed McKay's Moon Knight is freaking fantastic. This is an awesome series. I loved it. I love McKay's Moon Knight. Is so good, man. It's so good. If you've not read that, it is incredible. The one that he's got going now is pretty good, but let's see. Chips has got his Green Lantern compendium in today from Amazon. Perfect condition. Very pleased. Awesome, buddy. Have you ever read Thunderbolts Red? No, it looks cool. It's got Red Hulk, and I haven't read it yet. I've got to read that. Damn. Just got House of X, Powers of X today. Awesome. You're getting ready to start Krakoa, huh? Looks like Dawn of X1 is out of print again. Oh, that sucks, brother. Sorry to hear that. Forgetting adding Thunderbolts Dark Reign calls for a farmer alert. I know. What am I, a farmer? Oh. Ray, did you get the money? Yeah, I just want to make... Yeah, I got it. Bud. I got it, Los. Thanks, buddy. We'll get it sent out. What's up, Slapperpuss? I want to see more Connor Hawk, whether he has his own book or is part of a team book. Love him and need more of him. I'll tell you what, you want to know what Connor Hawk was in that was great? Was the Robin by Joshua Williamson. The Robin book. The first one is called the Lazarus Tournament, which is a tournament. It's a tournament they have where all these fighters fight to the death. And Connor Hawk is part of it. It's really good. It's Damian Wayne, Connor Hawk. It's Deathstroke's children. It's a very good book. But Connor Hawk's a big part of it. And he's awesome. He is awesome. And the art in this book is amazing. Yeah, it's very good. But the sad thing is, those paperbacks are out of print. They should make an omnibus. Man, the Robin series that Joshua Williamson did was top notch, man. It is really, really good. I wish they'd turn that into an. They could, if they did that series and followed it up with Shadow War, and they did Batman versus Robin. They could do the Robin series, Batman versus Robin, Road to War, Batman versus Robin, Batman, Robin, Shadow War. That can turn into one big omnibus, and it would be great. It would be fantastic. What about if you could only keep one writer and one artist? Oh, man, that's too hard. That's too hard. There's too many. Gary D says if he could keep only 5, it would be Immortal Hulk, Hulk the Monster Returns, Batman by Loeb and Sale and Green Lantern Compendium 1. Huh? Not bad. That's 4, right? Mortal Hulk, Hulk the Monster Returns, Batman by Loeb, Sale, and Green Lantern is 4. You're owed one more, Gary D. You're fine with 4? Don't burn yourself with 3 hours reading and 2 live shows. We need you here for the long run. I love reading. I need to be able to read. Reading is very, very important to me. You know what I mean? Reading is very, very important to me. So I need to read, man. We need a Moon Knight by Lemire omnibus. I don't know if it's long enough for an omnibus. You know what they could do? They could take Bendis's Moon Knight run and Lemire's Moon Knight run, and I'm looking at my paperback. There's one more. There's another guy who had a shorter Moon Knight run, and they could put them all together. They could put them all together and do an omnibus like that. Like Bendis, Lemire, and I'm zoning on who the other one is, but they could do an omnibus of those 3 creators. And it would be awesome. Lemire's Moon Knight's very good. Patrick says, don't work yourself too hard. You need to take a break. No, I've just got to I just got to get used to the time. You know what I mean? I got to get my body assimilated to it so that I can get my work. I need my workouts because my workouts keep me sane. So I need to find time for workouts. And I think part of it's going to be, it'd be nice to go to bed early. When I get ahead on my videos, then I end up going to bed earlier. So if I get to bed at like 11 o'clock, if I'm in bed by 11 o'clock, ready to go to sleep, I can read my 3 hours and I'm still, then it's only 2 o'clock. That gives me 5 hours of sleep. I'll be fine. When I don't get to bed till 1, then I don't go to sleep till 4. You know what I mean? Just got Green Arrow Archer's Quest. Oh, that's good. You'll like that, man. You will like that. By the way, Frederico says, just read my 100th read of the year, and out of that, only 9 singles. All the rest have been collected editions. Way to go, Frederico. Another 100 by the end of the year. Way to go, brother. Awesome. Yeah, I got to get you guys. Amazon showed up at my door today, and they left me a package. I go, Amazon? I haven't ordered anything. And I opened it up, and it was a gift from Tom. Tom sent me a gift that said, congratulations on 6,000. Please accept this gift. And it was a very nice, it was Superman. It was Superman. It was art. It was art and all the background from the Superman movie. It was really nice. And it was a great book. I just got it. I haven't looked at it yet. But yeah, I got a really nice gift from Tom. Thanks, Tom. I loved it, buddy. Appreciate it. Batman Superman's World Finest looks fire. Just ordered it. Yeah, it's good. Mr. Negative says, I loved Connor Hawk in the Lazarus tournament. Yes, you know what I'm talking about, Mr. Negative. You know what? That was such a great story. Connor Hawk was awesome in it. Love it. Patrick says, I'm trying to read more, but sometimes I get burnt out and I get distracted with video games. No, I try to play MLB The Show. That's my game I play. But if I got to skip something, I'll skip the video game. I skip video games. I'd rather read than play video games. And to be honest, I'd rather skip TV. You know, I like the fact that I watch television with my wife. I like the fact that we watch television together. but I like watching television with her more than I like what I'm watching. You know what I mean? So if I had to skip something, it would be television. Um, you know, I wonder how they do a Robin omnibus from Williamson. I assume they'd also add the Batman. Yeah, the Batman and Robin. They'd add Shadow War. Oh, you're talking about the Batman and Robin series. Williamson, yeah, Williamson and it'd be Williamson and Johnson's runs together. It would be Father and Sons, Growing Pains, Memento, the Gotham Cycle. It'd be all the different paperbacks put together for them to do an omnibus of that. They could definitely do it. Jay Coopsey said he just got the Nightfall trilogy. Way to go, brother. You're gonna love, or you just ordered it. Good for you. You'll love it. Shazbear says, how do you think they will explain Doom having Tony Stark's face in Doomsday? They confirm the Avengers will recognize him and be confused. Yeah, it's gonna be he's coming from a different universe, so I think that's what's gonna happen. I don't know. I think that's gonna be one of the big mysteries going into the movie. Batman Bronze Age omnibus is what, September 30th? Is that when that's coming out? Can't wait for Batman Bronze Age. It's gonna be awesome. Moon Knight, Jack Wax says Moon Knight, most underrated Marvel Comics character. Moon Knight's pretty cool, man. Just finished the Stark Disassembled Epic Collection. How is Fraction's Iron Man not an Omni? I know. Matt Fraction's Iron Man has been my number one omnibus want for 3 years now. $3 I fill out my near mint condition Tiger Eyes Marvel Omnibus poll. It's Fraction Iron Man every single time, and they still have not made it. Still haven't made it. Drives me crazy. Find a balance, Ray, so you don't get burnt out physically. I've got to find time to work out. That'll really help. You know what I mean? It'll really help. And I don't want to read less. I really enjoy reading. I would hate to have to read less. Let's see. Hopefully we'll barely see Tony's face. He'll have the mask on for most of the movie. I don't know. Elvin says, what's up, Ray? I just got both Tynion and Batman omnibuses. 3 issues into their Dark Designs. I'm really enjoying it. I know. Dark Designs is one of my favorite ever Batman stories. I love that story. I love that story. And I think it's great. I think it is great. Love it. Ray, I can't imagine how they have the Avengers recognized. I have no idea. I have no idea. McKay's Moon Knight, Black Cat, and Doctor Strange. Yes, Jed McKay has written some of the best omnibuses ever made, guys. Some of the best omnibuses ever created are the Jed McKay omnibuses. Moon Knight, Doctor Strange, and Black Cat are all friggin' fantastic. Black Cat being best. And then Doctor Strange and Moon Knight, they're all great. I don't know how Jed McKay does it. He is so good. He's so good at taking a character that doesn't get the props they deserve. He creates that character, and what he does with his. This is what pissed me off so much about Nova Centurion, all right? Because what he's creating, what he's trying to create with Nova Centurion is the same thing with what he did with Black Cat and Moon Knight and Doctor Strange. And Marvel canceled the book. He's building a whole narrative, and he's building a whole I mean, he's just creating an entire world. And I think it's amazing what he's doing in this book, and they canceled it. I cannot believe. I mean, what are they thinking? You have Jed McKay. You have Jed McKay. Damn. And yet you cancel him. You don't give him a chance to build the book. That's insane. Jed McKay's great at underutilized characters and turning them into something amazing. 29 likes, 42 watching. Come on, hit that like button. Help Ray out. Thanks, buddy. Love it. Jed McKay, Moon Knight, one of the first omnibus I ever read. Way to go, Patrick. His Moon Knight stands above the... Yeah, it is the best Moon Knight by far, guys. Meyer says his Avengers suck. Here's the problem. He's so good at underutilized characters. Marvel gave him big characters. They gave him Avengers and they gave him X-Men. And he didn't do as well because I think, this is my theory. I think it's because you can't do a lot of world building with those characters because the worlds have been built. You know what I mean? The X-Men world's been built. The Avengers world has been built. So you've got to play in a sandbox that somebody else created. When he does an underutilized character, he gets to build the sandbox. With Black Cat, he got to build her supporting cast. He built the history. You know what I mean? Same thing with Doctor Strange. He built up Clea's role. He just built up a Doctor Strange atmosphere, and his world building in that book was great. And Moon Knight, the same way. So McKay's really good when he gets to build a universe. I don't think he does as well when he's got to play with characters that have already had so much world building done. You know what I mean? So that's how that's my thoughts on McKay. But this book, the Nova Centurion, he's got Pip the Troll, ends up becoming Nova's agent. And it's I know it sounds crazy, but it makes sense. It makes sense when you see what Pip does. It makes sense. And Pip is great. Pip is he's an awesome character in Nova. Awesome character. And then you see him, he builds up his supporting cast. And then he starts introducing existing characters like Star-Lord. And I don't want to give away spoilers, but he comes up with what Star-Lord's been doing. And I'm telling you, he's building a great world. And Marvel took the book away from him. They canceled it. And McKay was in the middle of doing something really special. He was in the middle of doing something really special with this book. And Marvel took it away. which made no sense to me. It just made no sense. I don't understand him. Jed McKay is great at fleshing out characters that people aren't interested in. Well, it's awesome that he's great with building characters that don't have a world built around them. You know what I mean? But I'm saying when he was playing with characters that already had the world fleshed out, it just wasn't as good. Next Tuesday says his Avengers run was kind of ass. His X-Men books, I liked Age of Revelation, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. And he hasn't been super popular with his X-Men book. You know? And I just think it's because, you know, all that stuff is already fleshed out. Nova, nothing's fleshed out. Nova got changed during Annihilation when they wiped out the Nova Corps. Nova was changed, and nobody's fleshed out what's happened to his since that happened. And McKay had the entire Nova world to build, and that's what he was doing. This Nova book could have been a really big ongoing book, but Marvel was canceled after 5 issues. I'm just telling you. Ray, are there any omnibuses that you think are too overhyped? I think there are some omnibuses where I don't understand all the hype. But, you know, comic books are... I might find something not to be great, but somebody else might love it. You know what I mean? So I hate judging stuff like that. I don't know what's overrated. Let me see. What's overrated? I'm having a hard time picking. I love Peter David, but some of Peter David's stuff is overrated. I know I'm not trying to make a hot take. I'm just telling you, in my opinion, some Peter David stuff is all very good, but some of it is overrated. When people say, "Oh my God, it's legendary," it's not. I don't think it's legendary. I think it's very good, and I think there's a difference. So let's see, what else? What else is overrated? I'm just gonna piss people off if I don't want to make anybody angry, because what I think is something that's overrated, somebody else might love, because comics, you know, it all depends. It's subjective. It all depends on what we think. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's hard for me to get that. Tyrone says, would you agree Charles Houston best? No, Jed McKay best Moon Knight writer. That's what I think. I think next Tuesday says, I think Donny Cates the same way with characters. I'm almost glad he never got to write the Avengers. I think McKay and Cates are best utilized away from team books. Well, I think that McKay and Cates, they are great at taking a character that doesn't have a complete world built around them and building a world. Look at what Donny Cates did with Venom. Look at what McKay did with Moon Knight and Black Cat and Doctor Strange. They're very good. They're very good at building a character from scratch. And they're not doing it from scratch. They're taking existing characters, but they're taking existing characters that have been neglected, and then they're sort of rebuilding them in a way to where they get to utilize the world building, which is their strength. That's what I think they're doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Meyer says you can do a lot with X-Men. The X-Men books have basically been deconstructed. I like what McKay has done. For example, I liked Age of Revelation, and I liked his. There was a book called Raid on Grey Malkin, and it had the McKay X-Men books and the Gail Simone's Uncanny X-Men. And Raid on Grey Malkin was fantastic. It's a paperback, and it was very, very good. I mean, I think it's one of the better paperbacks. I think it's one of the better paperbacks that we've gotten in the last year. I think it's fantastic, man. I really enjoyed it. And I also think what they did with Manhunt. They also did Manhunt, which is when Charles Xavier escapes Grey Malkin and they go looking for him. That was a really good story. So I can't agree. I won't agree that McKay's not good in X-Men. I just think that it's lacking what his strength is. They don't need world building. They just need they don't need rebuilt. They just need they just need to have a reconstructed is a good word. They need to be reconstructed. And I think he's good at rebuilding. Patrick says, I didn't like Tom King's or Gary D says, I didn't like Tom King's Batman that much. Patrick says, it's so bad. I have no idea why everyone wanted that omnibus so badly. Well, it doesn't matter who the Batman writer is. People want Batman omnibuses, period. You know what I mean? They want Batman omnibuses, every Batman omnibus. They want all of them. They won't stop until Batman is chronologically collected from the 1930s to current. People won't stop. They're always going to want Batman runs collected in omnibus. And there's still a lot of Batman that needs to be collected in omnibus. You know? Really is. Peter David's X Factor is good. His Hulk run is good. But looking back, that's what I mean. I love Peter David, and I really like his stuff. But it's not world breaking. People talk about it like it's the greatest thing ever written. It's not the greatest thing ever written. It's just very good. I say the same thing, and I don't mean any disrespect. I do say the same thing about Chris Claremont's X-Men. I like Chris Claremont's X-Men. I like it a lot. I think it's generational and it has legacy behind it. It's legendary. But I think it's a little overrated. And I think people talk about him like, he's a messianic character or something, but no, it's he's very wordy, Yeah, there's a lot of things in Chris Claremont runs that I think are just a little overrated. But I don't dislike it at all. I like it. I just don't think it is worthy of. When people say it's the best ever, it's not the best ever. It's one of, but it's not the greatest thing ever. That's just my opinion. And my opinion, you could think my opinion's wrong, and that's fine. But I'm just saying that I do get those feelings sometimes where I see someone talking about how great someone is or how legendary someone is, and I go, well, it's not, it's not perfect. And I hope people will say it's perfect. And it's not. Meyer says Daredevil is the top pulled Marvel book. Yeah. Stephanie Phillips is killing it with Daredevil. I think it's great. It's not X-Men, Avengers, or Spider-Man. It's Daredevil, which is really something. Next Tuesday says, I'd go as far. I'm willing to completely get behind the statement Donny Cates is hands down greatest writer on Venom. Of course, yes, he is. He completely made the character his own. Absolutely. What Donny Cates did, he took over Venom and he rebuilt the character from the bottom up. And look, he created the whole hive mind and null, and he created all that stuff. That's what Cates did. What Donny Cates did with Venom is legendary. What Jed MacKay did with Black Cat is amazing. What he did with Moon Knight is amazing. What those guys did, they are two of the best writers. I think what they do is amazing. I really do. Mr. Negative says, I don't think McKay's Avengers or X-Men have been that bad. They just aren't great. Yeah, I think people, you're right. A lot of people, I want to get the McKay Avengers omnibus and see how it reads. See, I was reading McKay's Avengers. I'd read it every 3 months. I'd like to read it, I'd like every night to be reading an omnibus and see how it reads out. Because I don't get singles. And I was just getting his stuff in paperbacks, which was every 3 months. So I'd like to see how it goes when I'm consecutively reading it in omnibus. I'd love to see how that's going to work. I want to read his X-Men like that, because I really, like I said, I liked the X books. I liked Raid on Grey Malkin. And I liked Manhunt. And I liked Age of Revelation. So I would, I would like, his X-Men is bad status quo, like all the other titles. Well, I don't know how much longer he's going to be on X-Men. They'll probably, they have a new editor. They could give it to somebody else. But I think McKay'd have been better off if they let him. What he was doing with Nova was special, man. It really was. You can tell he's building something special, and then they never gave him a chance to finish it. And that sucks. That sucks, By the way, PW's in. He says, just joining. I'm 4 issues into Geiger, and I'm loving it. Geiger is so good. There's someone, Jeff Johns. That's someone who builds great worlds. Love it. I've always thought Batman Bruce Wayne murderer turned fugitive is amazing. I think it's one of the best Batman omnibuses ever made. Murderer turned fugitive is amazing because it's Ed Brubaker, Greg Rucka. Oh my God, it's fantastic. It is fantastic, man. I love it. I love that omnibus. It's one of my all-time favorites. I like it better than, if I'm ranking Batman books, I should do a video where I personally rank my Batman book. Oh, that's what I'm going to personally rank Batman omnibuses. I'm going to do a video for that. I will actually do it because I'm going to rank, how I rank them, I think would be different than everybody else. Let's see. I think I do. Yeah. Because I think I think it'd be different than the way other people rank Batman stuff. This it's just me, but I'm the way I'd rank the books is different. I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna say it now. I'll save it for a video. I will save it. DZ Cranes flips the table over. You've gone too far, Ray. Uh, I'm still gonna buy that Tom King Batman because yeah, and you know, there's no such thing as a bad Batman book. Batman books are great because Batman's a great character. But every Batman book is going to be collected in omnibus. They're going to collect every single Batman story in omnibus at some point because it sells. People love Batman. I want Batman Bronze Age volume 1, 2, 3, however long the Bronze Age is. I want all of it collected in omnibus. And then I want to have that go direct. I want the Batman Bronze Age to go directly into Nightfall. And then I want to connect Nightfall to No Man's Land. And then I want to connect No Man's Land to Bruce Wayne, murderer turned fugitive. And then I want to turn murderer turned fugitive. I want it omnibus collected into War Games. And then I want War Games collected all the way into Hush. You know what I mean? I want them to collect all of it. I want all Batman connected, but I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to collect all of it. The only reason, Patrick says, the only reason I'm getting Tom King Volume 2 is so I know what happened before I start Tynan's run. I like what I've read of Claremont's run, but I haven't found it disappointing compared to how it's talked about. Especially the mini for Wolverine with Frank Miller. Well, I just think it's really, really hyped up, and it's not Chris Claremont's fault, but people treated him like a deity. So I think that the amount of acclaim that was put upon him, he didn't put it on himself. I think what Claremont did was legendary, and it was really a generational run for the character. He did some world building with the X-Men. He took Stan Lee's characters and turned them into greatness. He really did. But I'm saying people talk like he came down from the heavens and should be worshipped. And I just think that the idolatry, I think it's a little too much. A little too much. I don't dislike him at all. I like everything about him. I think Chris Claremont's a genius. I think his comic run is awesome. But I don't think he's messy. I don't think he's a messiah. I don't think he's the comic messiah the way he's been talked about. It's not like I said, not his fault. Some of us have nostalgia glasses on. Yep. Claremont's X-Men was the first comics I bought. Yes. And people always, and I'll always think it's awesome. David, that's great. That's wonderful. But you hit it properly. You said it properly. There are people out there who say things like, he was a messiah that was blessed to us, the greatest thing that's ever happened. No, it's a little too much. That's a little too much. He was good. He was very good. In fact, I'd go as far as to say he was great. But that's all. And I think he'd say that. But he had a great editor. Ann Nocenti was a great editor. Gail Simone was a great editor. She was She edited and did some writing. Nascenti edited and did writing. I mean, you talk about a team. Claremont, Nascenti, and Louise Simonson. What they did with that book is really amazing. But I never hear anything about Nascenti and Simonson. I hear about how great Claremont is, but you know. The price of comics forces the bar to be set higher. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Myers saying, I said this before. Absolute Batman, the only comic ongoing that's worth the $4.99 you spend with every issue. Well, the pacing plus quality usually doesn't justify the single issue price point. I hope that Williamson's Legion gets there because I'm buying the singles of Legion. I'm buying the singles of Legion. I can't wait. I just cannot wait. I read Soule's first 9 issues of Daredevil, and honestly, I think I was too harsh on it the first time. I think that Charles Soule's Daredevil, I think it's the best Daredevil run. I put it right there with Volume 1 of Brubaker's Daredevil. I think if I have to rank the Daredevil runs, that's my number 1. Soule and Brubaker are number 1. You know, man. I love it. Love it. Has there been any word on Geiger Volume 6? I really don't know how. It takes Geiger books seem to come out like every 4 months or so. The Ghost Machine books are on like a 4-month for new paperback volumes. It's about a 4-month wait in between every one. Laidback Gamer says, "Ray, do that video for us Batman guys." Yeah, I think I will. And there's not going to be 12 honorable mentions. No. I'll just do. I'm ranking the Batman omnibuses. I don't have a rank. I'm not like Ultimate Chance or Crisis where I can actually use ranking software because I don't know how to do that. But I will rank them and say, in my opinion, this is the best. But I think I'm gonna consider Under the Red Hood Deluxe. I'm going to consider that like an omnibus. And so that I'll put that in there somehow, like, you know, because that's going to be high up there. That will be high up. Maybe I'll take the Absolute Hush and put that because I love Absolute. Absolute edition of Hush is one of my favorite all-time books. I love that book. Love it. By the way, I'm surprised there has not been an Absolute Under the Red Hood. AMJLZ says James Tynion number 1. End of discussion. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. You guys know how I feel. I love James Tynion's. I love James Tynion's Batman. You guys know that. You know that. I can't say you're wrong when you guys say James Tynion's definitely going to be number 1. I can't say you're wrong, but I'm not going to say you're right because I'm not going to say you're right. By the way, the great CJ says, I just subscribed to your channel today. I've been a bit addicted on getting my first omnibus, and your channel has been helping through the process. CJ, what is your first omnibus going to be? Is it going to be Green Lantern Volume 1 by Jeff Johns? Is it going to be Aquaman by Jeff Johns? Is it going to be Ultimate Spider-Man? What is your first omnibus going to be? We would love to hear what your omnibus first pick is. I'd love to hear that. You know what I mean? Do you think there are any bad Batman runs? You know what? No. The worst collected edition Batman book was City of Crime by Latham. That was the worst. That was the worst Batman book I've ever read. It was the worst. That was the biggest joke of a Batman collected edition. I hated that book. It was terrible. So if I had to pick one as being my least favorite, it'd be City of Crime. City of Crime by the Batman book City of Crime is terrible. I think I gave mine away. Did I give it away? I think I gave it away to somebody. I think I did. I don't think I have it anymore. I'm looking and I don't see it. I think I gave it away to somebody. Because I didn't want it. I just hated the book and I didn't want it anymore. So I gave it away to someone. I can't remember who I gave it to. Oh, I might have given it to Wes. That turncoat. He ran out of here like his ass was on fire, that frickin' Wes. I think that's who I gave it to. I regret that. Some people claim Roger Stern's Spider-Man's overhyped. No, I think it's good. Roger Stern's Spider-Man's good. And Volume 8 of Amazing Spider-Man is going to come out. That's going to have that Stern stuff in it. Let's see. I'm fast forwarding through comments, guys. I see Shaz is saying he's thinking of getting rid of singles. Yep. Good luck, brother. I'm with you. You know this community will support you. This community will support you. Meyer says, I want to switch to omnibuses and trades so I can stop buying singles and omnibuses because it's killing my wallet. And I buy exclusive covers a lot that are a lot. Yeah, but the FOMO is real. That's my biggest fear. That's my biggest fear in getting the Legion singles is because I'm afraid it might make me want to buy more singles. And I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, man. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to get caught up with singles again because you guys, you don't understand. I'm like a heroin addict. I will buy every book. I have a problem. I have a problem, man. You know what I mean? I can't trust myself. Do the No Man's Land books count as one entry or 3 individual entries? Because I'd argue those books need to be read as one. Dude, I'm with you. 100% with you. When it comes to No Man's Land, in my eyes, that's one book. All 3 of those books together, one book. Nightfall trilogy. All 3 of those books are together. Green Lantern by Jeff Johns. All 3 of those books together. I consider them one entry. I consider it one entry. That's just how I am. Because that's how my mind works. Ray, you have Tynan over King. Yes. Yeah. I think with individual runs, if you look at Snyder, if you look at Morrison, Dini, Snyder, King, Tynan, Zdarsky, and Ram V, and Mariko Tamaki, in my eyes, Tynan's number 1. Tynan is number 1 in my eyes. So I definitely put him above Tom King, and I put him above Scott Snyder. I put him way above Zdarsky. And I think I'll tell you what, I love Mariko Tamaki's. I think Mariko Tamaki runs the most underrated Batman run. There's no doubt about it. Her Batman run is the most underrated Batman run. I love her run. We'll see. We'll see. I will do a ranking of Batman omnibuses. Now you guys got me going. Now I'm excited. Love it. Let's see. I would say Jeff Johns' Aquaman. You can get it for cheap and it won't over. Yeah. Jeff Johns' Aquaman is a perfect first omnibus. A perfect first omnibus because it doesn't cost a ton of money. And you can read it and see if you like omnibuses before you move on. CJ says, thinking about getting Daredevil Omnibus by Chip Zdarsky is my first one. Daredevil is one of my personal fave comic book characters. Zdarsky Volume 1. Zdarsky Volume 1 is very good. It is very good. I certainly wouldn't buy Zdarsky Volume 2 as my first omnibus. But Zdarsky Volume 1 is very, very good. Jerry says, what do you think of New 52 Swamp? Oh, I love Scott Snyder. I'm a big Scott Snyder fan, so I think Swamp Thing New 52 run is great because it's Snyder. Tynion was right after King, yes. The Batman order was Morrison, Snyder, King, Tynion, and then Zdarsky, right? Then it's Zdarsky right after Tynion. And then it's Fraction after Zdarsky. Detective Comics is Dini, Manipal, Bucoletto, Tynion, Tamaki, Ram V, and now Taylor. That's the order of Tomasi. Tomasi came after Tynion. So you had Paul Dini, Manipal, and who else did that Manipal? It was John Layman. John Layman was before Manipal. So it was John Layman, then it was Manipal. Then it was Tynion, and then it was Tomasi. Yeah, Tomasi had that great detective run at the end of after Tynion. Then it was Tamaki, then Ram V, and now it's Tom Taylor. Love it. Love it. CJ says, thanks, guys. He's been itching for months to get his first omnibus. I hope you enjoy it, man. I really hope you enjoy it. Daredevil can get you. Daredevil will get you hooked, man. Daredevil is a great character. Daredevil's never had a bad omnibus run. You're not going wrong by getting a Daredevil omnibus. I'll tell you that. But be prepared. The FOMO's a real disease. Absolutely. You get it. If you get the sickness, brother, you will be like me. That sickness will get to you. Next thing you know, you're going to be sitting in a room like this. The sickness will drive you crazy. But it is very easy to catch the sickness. Very easy, man. Trust me. I know I'm not the only one. I know a lot of people get that sickness. Love it. Ray, will you be getting all the Legion variant? No, I'm not big into variant covers. I'll get probably just the standard. It just depends on who's doing the variants. Like if Mike Grell was doing a variant, I'd get it. Just because I love Mike Grell. But no, I don't care. Let's see. A good kid says Grant Morrison's his favorite by far. That's awesome, man. That's good. Whoever your favorite is, as long as you're repping your favorite, that's fine. You know what I mean? Can't wait for Batman Day at my comic shop next month. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Mariko Tamaki's run was, oh yeah, it was just Detective. She just did Detective. But man, her run on Detective was fantastic. I think her run on Detective was fantastic, man. Piano Wizard says his first omnibus was Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane. Wow. Max Fury says Marvel needs to reprint the Bendis. Yeah, they do. Gary D says his first omnibus was the Bible. That's how old you are. With Marvel, it's get your books now or wait until the reprint when you're in the nursing home. Yeah, because, however, Marvel is starting to reprint They're starting to reprint more books. If you look ahead to 27, man, they have a lot of reprints coming out next year, which is great. They're reprinting Captain America by Wade, which has been out of print forever. They're reprinting Soul Daredevil. You know, they're doing the X-Men Infernal. They are starting to reprint some stuff that had been out of print for a long time, and I think it's great. I do think it's great. Chubbyray, how much? I have no idea how much my collection is worth. I don't know. I know what I have it insured for. And I know, let's see, League of Comic Geeks. I scan all my books into League of Comic Geeks. So let me see if that's giving me... let me see the stats. League of Comic Geeks says my collection is worth $148,000. That's what League of Comic Geeks says my collection is worth. Now, is it really worth that? I don't think so. I don't have it insured for that much. Maybe I should bump up the insurance. I have them insured for, I think, $100,000. But I buy my comic insurance annually. So next year I'll have to bump it up. I'll bump it up to where League of Comic Geeks says it is. So I'll have to bump up my insurance to $150,000. But I buy comics insurance annually because it's cheaper that way. If I was paying it, it'd be too expensive to pay it per month. You know what I mean? Coopsy says, today is 1 month exactly since I started reading and buying comics. I have 21 trades and omnibuses. The sickness is real. God bless you, buddy. God bless you, buddy. Awesome. Love it. PW says his first omnibus was Spider-Man by McFarlane, and his second was Green Lantern by Jeff Johns. That was volume 1, and his third was Jeff Johns' Aquaman. I'm telling you, those are great omnibuses, man. Those are great omnibuses. Has anyone read Slott's Fantastic Four? I'm going to start it. I'm going to start Slott's Fantastic Four. I'm trying to determine if I'm going to read it or Hidden Empire, because I'm doing the Star Wars trilogy, War of the Bounty Hunters, Crimson Reign, and Hidden Empire. And I finished War of the Bounty Hunters and Crimson Reign. So this is next. So I don't know if I'm doing Slott's Fantastic Four or this one. I've got to decide. But I'll have to make that decision probably tomorrow night, because I'm reading Civil War tonight in preparation for book club. And then I'll start my next omnibus tomorrow night. So I've got to get it figured out. Oh, that's not good. I just dropped a bunch of books. I've got to get it figured out, man. Got to get it done. Oh, I hate when I drop books off. Especially when they're brand new books. Oh, well. Let's see. Tyrone says, I'm currently collecting all Nightwing omnibuses and any with him in it. Yes, awesome. The Nightwing omnibuses are great. You're going to love them. You made me sick, Ray. Thank you. That's another t-shirt. I should make. I've got to make the You Didn't Win Shit t-shirt and the You Make Me Sick t-shirt. That's awesome. Ray, are you into collecting other things? No, all I collect is comic books. I don't collect anything else. I just collect collected editions. I don't collect comic books. I collect collected editions. And I don't collect toys. I don't collect movies. I don't collect any of that. I just collect comics. And I'm very happy. Very happy. Have you ever read Silver Surfer Black? I've never read that. I'll be getting the Legion in digital and wait for the trade paperbacks unless I travel and get to a comic book store. Then no promises. Oh, yes. From all the Batman runs, who do you think had the biggest fall off towards the end? Snyder? I think Snyder had a bit of a small fall off. I think the New 52 Detective had a bit of a fall off. I think Tom King didn't have a fall. Tom King, the Alfred stuff, Tom King's book was growing towards the Alfred stuff. I think that people that slam Tom King's run, the reason I'll never insult Tom King's run is because he did with Alfred what needed to be done, and nobody else would do it. King did it. So, I will always appreciate King for being brave enough to do that. I will always appreciate what happened with Alfred. Not because I didn't like Alfred. I loved Alfred, but it needed to happen. It needed to happen, right? Todd Butler says, I think League of Comic Geeks uses cover. Maybe they do. They probably do. I have not spent that much money on my collection. But I use it. I use their app for the insurance. You know what I mean? I want to make sure my comics are insured for their value. And if that is League of Comic Book Geeks, if something happens, my League of Comic Book Geeks app, is, God forbid, I hope nothing ever happens, but if it does, that's what I'll use when I start rebuilding my collection. By the way, that's how I am. If something happened to my collection, I would just rebuild it. I wouldn't take a check from the insurance company and just get on with my life. No, I would want to rebuild. I would want the comics over the money. That's how much I love my comics. Gary D says, that's a hard decision I have to make because he loves Star Wars and the Fantastic Four. I know. Ray, is the Nightwing Rebirth omnibus as good as the Tom Taylor ones? No, but it's good. I love Tim Seeley. I've told you guys before. Tim Seeley's from Chicago. I'm from Chicago. I'm a big Tim Seeley fan, but it is not as good. Tom Taylor Nightwing is the best Nightwing it's the best ever, in my opinion. I think Dan Waters' Nightwing is very good. I think Tim Seeley's Nightwing is good. I think Kyle Higgins' Nightwing is good. I think Chuck Dixon's Nightwing is good. Devin Grayson's Nightwing is good. But Tom Taylor is above all. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Are you going to get the Night of the... What am I, a farmer? Yes, of course. Not a barbarian, for God's sakes. How you feeling, Ray? Are you properly recuperating and taking care of yourself? No, Federico, I've been going all out lately because I'm trying to get both my Chubbyray Comics morning show and Chubbyray Comics live. I'm trying to do both shows every day. So you guys will notice my voice is getting a little. I've got to get my voice acclimated, and I've got to get myself acclimated to this new reality. And once I get used to it, I'll be fine. But it's going to be a few weeks. It's going to be a few weeks of me getting used to it. You know what I mean? Piano Wizardry says, would love to do a video ranking the top 20 Batman omnibuses, best to worst. That's what I'm doing. I'm ranking my Batman omnibuses. I can't wait, man. Are you planning to get the absolute power onto... What am I, a plumber? Of course I'm getting absolute power. I wouldn't slam King, but I didn't enjoy his run as much as some others. That's fair. That's fair. It's just how you feel, man. Does Nightwing still have the Alfred estate? I thought he made it. Yeah, he did. He converted it into a charity. But he still, I mean, you know, Dick Grayson has a lot of money. He just, when Alfred died a billionaire, and he all of the money, he gave all the money to Dick Grayson. That's who he gave the money to. And he gave him over $1 billion. You know what I mean? So... Sleepy says, I love Alfred, but I think King taking that step was incredibly brave. I do too. Man. PW says, do you scan them? Yes, you scan the barcode of every single book you own. Or the cover. Like if the barcode doesn't work, you scan the cover. That's how League of Comic Geeks works. I read Tom Taylor's Nightwing in compact, but now I don't know if I should collect the rest in trade paperbacks. Nightwing Volume 1 and Volume 2 omnibuses are fantastic. I'm telling you. Fantastic, man. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. Ray does not collect the Farmer's Almanac. How dare you? By the way, everybody, make sure you go to ChubbyRayComics.com. Go to ChubbyRayComics.com because we have a giveaway today. We have a giveaway. We're going to the Thunderdome. We're going to the Thunderdome, everybody. We're going to the Thunderdome today for All-Star Batman. We're doing the All-Star Batman hardcover books. And all you've got to do is comment. All you've got to do is comment on the post for All-Star Batman. If you comment on the post, you will be put in the Thunderdome. Thunder. Thunder. You can win it. It's that easy. Just comment. Right? Kennison. What's up, Kenneth? How you doing, brother? Ken has been coming to the morning show, and he's been coming to this show. It's great. Congratulations, Kenneth. And great CJ. Great CJ, you're subscribed. You are a new subscriber, right? Are you going to be coming to a bunch of shows, CJ? Do I need to put you in the Rice Krispies Cup of Death in order to win Avengers by Jeff Johns? My goal is to make this the biggest Rice Krispies Cup of Death we've ever had. That's my goal. That's my goal, to make this the biggest one ever. And have you guys seen how many entries? Have you seen how many entries are in here? Look at these. We've really got a lot, man. I've been putting CJ in. CJ, you better come. Show up every day, man. And I am putting you in. I am putting you in to the cup. You now go into the Rice Krispies Cup of Death. All right? Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations. Laidback Gamer says the Amazon driver is making him angry. He's probably angry at you. Yeah, like Patrick says. He's probably angry at you, too, because you're making him carry all those books. I love it. Rice Krispies Cup of Death is overflowing. It is. Meyer says, give me another entry, Ray. All right, I'll give you another one, Meyer. I'll give you one, Meyer. Meyer's one of my faves. Meyer's never afraid to join in a conversation. Even if what he says is unpopular, he's always willing to join in a conversation. So I'll give you another one, Meyer. Not that I will take joy throwing it in the trash, but I will give you another one. I'm putting you in, Meyer. There you go. Gary D says, when I'm in Asia, I'll watch the morning show a lot because I'll be there they'll be 12 hours ahead of us. Yeah. A lot of Australians are watching it, and it's almost midnight when it's on there, so. How good is Nightwing's tech? Is it on par? It's good, but not as good as Batman. Batman's tech's the best, man. The Thunderdome is locked. Is it locked? I don't think it is. I think you've got to be a Patreon subscriber to comment. I'm not sure. Oh, hold on. I think maybe it is locked. Hold on. Let me unlock it. How do I lock? I don't know how I unlock. How do I unlock it? Yeah, it's just for Patreon members only. You've got to be a Patreon member. So, you've got to be a Patreon member to comment. I think that's what it is. Not that I will enjoy throwing it in the trash. Wink, wink. How dare you? It pains me. It pains me whenever I have to throw whenever I have to throw anybody in the trash. It pains me. Sleepy says, just put my comment in. Awesome. Put the comments in so Thunder can make the Thunderdome, guys. Love it. I love it. And we'll do that Thunderdome. I think we're almost at 30 comments. I think we're almost at 30 comments, Thunder. That's the cutoff point. I want to get the Thunderdome when we get to 30 comments. Then Thunder will send it over and we'll do it. I love it. I love it. Oh, we're at 29 comments. Holy crap. 29 comments. We're almost ready. I'm shocked. We're almost ready to go. All right, while we're waiting for the comments to go in and Thunder to build it, let me grab some Chubbyray YouTube member. Let me get some members and put them in the Rice Krispie Cup of Death. All right? This is to win the Avengers by John's Omnibus. This was donated by Thunder, guys. It was donated by Thunder. By the way, the next giveaway is Jonathan Hickman's Secret Warriors. And then I decided what the next... There's a couple omnibuses after that we're going to give away. And then I'm already starting to prepare my 7,000 subscriber giveaway because, man, our subscribers are growing like crazy. I don't know what's going on, but we are already at 6,308 subs. We just hit 6,000 the other day, and we're already at 6,308. So who knows? We might get to 7,000 pretty quick. We might get there quick. All right, let me get Chubbyray Comics members and I'll get you put in the Rice Krispies Cup of Doom in order to win the omnibus. All right, let's see. Who's going in? Which members are going in? First one is Chance. Second one, Los Master. Third one, Sean Rice. Fourth one, see you next Tuesday. Otis Newsom, number 5. Didn't Otis, somebody gave him a membership, right? Didn't somebody give away a free membership and Otis won it? Am I wrong? I want to say Tom or somebody gave away a membership and it went to Otis. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to pick a few more members because I love when I pick members. This is Thor. We have Otis Newsom and Thor Odinson. Both get in. And we have Rowdy Man 207. Rowdy Man gets in. Let's put in Jack Solo. Way to go, brother. And let's put in the Pastafarians. Pastafarian got in again. I think I picked Pastafarian like 3 times. Stir them up again. I'll pick a couple more. Let's see here. Rooting around, and I have Freddie Schaffler. You're in, Frederico. And Jeff Awol. Jeff Awol got in again. And the last one, Scott Carney. Scott Carney from Scotland. He got in. Way to go. There you go. All your members are getting put in. All of you members are getting put in tonight. Here is the Patreon members. These are Patreon random members. I'm going to randomly pick. Should I start with page 4 or should I start with page 1? Let's start with page 4. Let's go page 4. We'll start with page 4 and we will pick. And we will pick Russell Dow. Russell, you're in. Russell's in. Todd Butler is in. Russell, Todd. Now I'm going to go to page 3. Page 3, and we'll pick Gear Grinder. Gear Grinder gets in. Congratulations, Gear Grinder. We'll pick Xbox by Degree. We'll pick Xbox by Degree. Jonathan Bell. And J Riff. J Riff. You guys are all getting in. Let me get these written down before I do more, because I want to get everybody written down before I forget them. So we had J Riff. Jonathan Bell. Xbox. And Gear Grinder. Now let me put in the people from page 4. I didn't write down the people from page 4. I got to remember them. Now I went to page 4. Who did I pick? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Russell Dow. I picked Russell. I'm trying to remember I use a number when I pick randoms. I'm trying to remember what the number is. So now I'm counting how many it was for Russell, and I'm counting, and I'm doing that to find the next one. And Todd Butler and Todd. Okay. There you go. All right. You guys all get entered. Now let me go to page 2. I'll go to page 2. Let me pick one off there. Let me pick one off page 2, and we will put Patrick Gracie. Patrick Gracie. And Adrian Montanez. Adrian Montanez. Pat Gracie. And let me go to page 1. And I'll pick a couple off page 1. All right? A couple off page 1, and then we will. All right, let me get Adrian Montanez written in. Let's see. We'll go with Honorarian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Honorarian Champ. Champ 81. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fernando Martinez. All right. All right. Champ. Fernando Martinez. And Honorarian. All right. All you guys get in. All you guys get in. All right. And then we'll pick some random. We'll pick some randos before the show ends. I'm waiting for Thunder to get the. I'm waiting for Thunder to get the Thunderdome sent. I think we got to the 30. We did get to the 30 comments, so I think. But Thunder has not sent the. He hasn't sent the Thunderdome yet. Is Thunder in it, or did he leave? Does anybody know? Has Thunder commented? Because I wasn't looking at the page, guys. I was busy drawing names. So let me know if Thunder picked. Maybe he got busy. You know. Maybe Thunder's mom needed the grass mowed or something. I don't know. Maybe the house needed painted. Or maybe the garbage needed taken out. I don't know. Thunder disappeared. I just want to know if he's still here or if he's gone. Oh, there he is. Oh, he sent it. Okay. Thanks, Thunder. Thanks, Thunder. All right, so Thunder sent it. Thunder's a slacker. No, Thunder's not a slacker. Thunder's great. Thunder's my boy. Thunder and Tom, they're my right-hand guys with this show. I couldn't do this show without those guys. All right, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to watch the Thunderdome? Here's how it works. For those of you people who are newbies, here is how the Thunderdome works, okay? I will show you the Thunderdome wheel, all right? And we will spin the wheel. We will spin the wheel until there is, every time somebody comes up, we eliminate them. We eliminate them until there's one person left. And the one person left is the one who wins. That's the one who wins the Thunderdome. It is the one person left. All right? It's still the Torture Dome. Yes, it is. Thunder. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. First spin. First person eliminated is going to be Honorarian. Sorry, Honorarian. First one gone. Sorry. All right, who's the next one? Who's the next one? By the way, the last three, or the final four, will get put into the Avengers giveaway. Ace. Sorry, Ace. Here we go. Who's next? Marvel Trucker Chris. Oh. Marvel Trucker Chris has got his old luck back. Who we got here? This is going to be Todd Butler. Todd Butler. Sorry, Todd. Let's see who's going to be next, everybody. Next Tuesday. Sorry, Tuesday. Sorry, Tuesday. Did Comics and Tortillas get in? It's Tom. Sorry, Tom. Sorry, Tom. Chip Crisper. Oh, sorry, Dante. Sorry, pal. Sean Rice. Sorry, Sean. That sucks. Who's next to be eliminated? Let me see. Raul. Oh, Raul. Sorry, Raul. Raul is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. And he always gets eliminated. I think he won. Did you win? Didn't you win once, Raul? I think you won once. But every time you're eliminated early. Maybe I'm imagining things. I thought you won once or finished second or something. Jay Coopsey. Sorry, brother. Jay Coopsey's never won one. That sucks. Let's see who we got now. Who do we got now? Brant Squints. Oh, sorry, Brant. All right, let's see who's next. Jose. Sorry, Joe. Oh, sorry, Jose. Let's keep it going, guys. We're keeping the spins going. Federico! Sorry, pal. Mr. Negative, sorry, buddy. Sorry, Mr. Neg. This is to win all 3 of the All-Star Batman hardcovers. This is a great series. The person who wins it, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's all Scott Snyder with great artists. Gary D, the funk's on me. Sorry, Gary D. You lose, buddy. Who's next? We're spinning through. Spinning through. Next is Jeff Wallace. Sorry, Jeff. Let's see who's going to be next. Chubbyray. Sorry, Chubbyray. If I won, I was going to donate it. I would donate it to the library, but nope, I lost. Congratulations, all you people. You're responsible for the library not getting something. Here we go. Up next is Jacob Olinger. Sorry, Jacob. Sorry, Jacob. J Riff. Sorry, J Riff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, this is the last 9 right here. It's going to be down to the Elite 8. It's going to be at the Elite 8 after we eliminate Thunder. Sorry, Thunder. Yep. Now we're going to eliminate Meyer. Oh, sorry, Meyer. We're down to the Spectacular 7. The Spectacular 7. Let's say goodbye to Jack Solo. Sorry, Jack. Yep. The Spectacular 6. We say goodbye to Russell. Sorry, Russell. We are down to the Fabulous 5. The Fabulous 5. It's Champ 81, Yokai, Los Master, Fernando Martinez, and Endless. All right? We're down to the Fabulous 5. Let's see. Who's next to be eliminated? Sorry, Fur. Sorry, Fur, you're gone, buddy. All right. Here's the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four is Endless, Champ 81, Los Master, and Yokai. Not bad. Not bad. Let me get all these guys written down. Let me put them in the Rice Krispie Cup really quick. All right? Because they're in the Final Four, they get put in the Rice Krispie Cup for the Avengers Omnibus on Saturday. All right. Next to be eliminated is... Who's it going to be? Oh, it's going to be Los Master. Los Master. Los Master. Sorry, Los. Is it going to be Endless? Is it going to be Champ 81? Or is it going to be Yokai? Who's it going to be, guys? There goes Endless. There goes Endless. All right, is it going to be Champ 81 or is it going to be Yokai? Who's going to be the winner? Who's going to be the winner? Oh my God. Congratulations, Yokai. Yokai, you are the winner. All-Star Batman. All-Star Batman 1, 2, 3. You have won the Thunderdome. Thunder. Congratulations, brother. You win it. That's awesome. You win it. Wow. Thunder says, I can't guess right. I can't guess right for my life. All right, there we go. All right, last thing, because we're out of time. I don't know who Yokai is, but Yokai's been listening to the show for a while, and I say congrats. Last thing, Tom, let's do a rando. Let's do a rando for the cup, because I've been giving away lots of. This is our last night to put people in the cup. I'll read everybody that's in on Friday, and then the drawing is Saturday. So this is the last chance to get put in. We're going to do some randos, Tom. We will do randos. Tom, I want you to text me. Text me. Count over 25, under 100, and text me. Are we ready? I'm starting scrolling in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'm scrolling, Tom, until you text. Until Tom texts, I'm scrolling. Then when Tom texts me, I will stop scrolling and I'll go to the middle of the page and pick someone, and the person above and below them, they will all get put in to the cup for the Avengers Omnibus. This is the omnibus that was donated by Thunder. Love Thunder. Jeff Johns Avengers. It's so good. Somebody's going to win it Saturday night, and we'll find out who. It's going to pain me on Saturday night. It will pain me because I'm going to have to throw so many people in the garbage. I will have to throw people in the trash can, and you guys know how that pains me. How much pain I'm in when I do that. It hurts. It physically hurts me when I have to do that. So that will happen Saturday. One person left, and that will be the person that wins. I just got text. All right, Tom just texted me. Tom just texted me. Here we go. Tom says, let me read the text. Stop scrolling and let them lucky chubbies know who the rando is. Who is the rando? The rando is next Tuesday. Oh my God. Look at next Tuesday. Next Tuesday gets in. Meyer gets in. Patrick Gracie gets in. Look at that. And let's go above Patrick Gracie is Meyer again. And underneath Meyer is Meyer. But how is Meyer? How did Meyer get in there 3 times? Here's next Tuesday. Above him is Patrick Gracie and Meyer. And beneath him is Meyer and Meyer. Unbelievable. How did you get so many entries? That should be criminal. But he got in, guys. These are the last guys. These are the last guys put in. These are the last guys put in. I might do Friday before I read the names. I might let you guys talk me into putting a couple extra people in. Like if you think someone deserves to be in, maybe a newbie or something, I'll let you talk me into it. But if not, this is the last entry. If not, this is the last entry. Let me get you guys in. Tuesday, Patrick, Meyer, and Meyer. You guys all get in. All you guys get in. Everybody gets in. Myers is probably my most active stream. Well, it was smart. It was smart. When you comment a lot, you have the best chance of getting picked in the randos. Sounds like a law firm. Meyer, and Meyer. If Meyer doesn't win, it will be a statistical anomaly. Well, Next Tuesday won the last omnibus, and next Tuesday had like 10 entries in. So it did help the last time, guys. I'm going to read everybody on Friday. Everybody's names will be read that is in the cup. And look, you guys, look how many names are in the cup. This is the most entries we've ever had for an omnibus giveaway. The most we have ever had. This is it. Dice says, it's annoying not doing the Thunderdome, but shipping and tariffs to Ireland just cost way too much. Thanks to Trump. You're right. You're right. There's a lot of people in foreign countries that say that, brother. It's a shame. It is a shame how much shipping's gone up with all this tariff and all this bullshit. I don't know why can't we get along? We're arguing with Canada. How the hell do you argue with Canada? Oh my God. Well, I won't get into politics. Next Tuesday says we should start weighing the cup before we empty it. You're right. Thunder says, I think I'm in there 4 times, and it's the book that I donated for a giveaway. Thunder, I did say if you win, you could pick who wins it, though. You know what I mean? If Thunder wins, I'm going on strike. Ray, I'll tell you what, if anyone overseas wants to enter, I'll cover shipping. Oh, that's awesome. That's very nice of you. That's very nice of you, Tuesday. Blame it on Canada. Yep. Blame Canada. Blame Canada. Jake Coopsy's from Australia. He'd love that, man. He'd love that. Dythe is from Ireland. He'd love that. Sooty Mike is Scotland. Scott Carney's from Scotland. I'm just saying those are kind of expensive. An omnibus to Scotland costs a little bit of money. DP is from somewhere in the UK. I mean, it costs a lot of money. If you're going to cover it, that's great. But I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know. Letting you know. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching tonight. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this morning, too. Shazbear, have you gotten in yet? Has Shazbear, let me put Shazbear in the cup. I want to put Shazbear in. Because Shazbear has been new, but Shazbear's in every night, man. Shazbear, you have come in as a good, you and Sleep and Kelvin and all you guys and Laid Back Gamer, you guys have come in as newbies and you're in every night, man. Every night. And I love it. You guys are great community members. And Laid Back Gamer is also great in the Discord. Laid Back Gamer, I'm going to put you in one more time. I'm putting you in because I love you, man. You have become a great, you are in for the morning show and you are in for the nighttime show. You're doing both. You know what I mean? You're doing both. You deserve to be put in. I'm going to put Laid Back Gamer in. Laid Back Gamer. And let me put Slapperpuss. I'll put Slapperpuss in too. Because Slapperpuss has been new and really active. Is there anybody else who's been super active? Anybody else that's been super active that would go in? Let me know, guys. I'm just about to wrap up. So let me know. Because it could just be somebody who's skipping my mind. You know? Let me just remind me of somebody who's new. Daith and Jake Coopsy. Yeah, they've been new and they've been active. And if Tuesday's going to pay for the shipping, I'll put them in. Let's put Coopsy and Dythe in. Dythe, I'll put you in, brother. We're going to get you in there. Let's get you in. And Coopsy. All right, we're putting you guys in. Putting you guys in. You guys are in the Rice Krispie Cup of Death. Yes. And look, Xbox, I'm not dropping any today. I'm not going to drop any. But look how full this cup is. Look. Oh, shit. I just dropped one. Look how full this cup is. I'm reading everybody. I'll be reading every name on Friday night. So you guys can keep track of how many entries you got. All right. Let's wrap up tonight's show. I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning with Chubbyray Comics morning show at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. By the way, let me end the show by telling you who is advancing to the finals in the Nerdament. All right? The Krakoa region finals are going to be Hulk, number 2 seed Hulk versus number 13 seed Magneto. And the New York region is going to be number 1 seed Spider-Man versus number 3 seed Thor. So the finals matchups for the final rounds, you have Superman taking on Flash Barry Allen in the Metropolis region. You have Batman taking on Green Lantern Hal Jordan in the Gotham region. We have Hulk taking on Magneto in the Krakoa region, and Spider-Man taking on Thor in the New York region. That's the finals. All right? I think I've done everything I'm planning to do. Members, stay tuned. There's a Star Wars video coming to you tonight. You'll get that, and actually in just a few minutes, you guys will get that. That's coming your way. That is coming your way. A Star Wars. It's a short. I believe tomorrow's a short. So you guys will get that video. Members, you will get it first, all right? And I will talk to all of you guys tomorrow morning for the Chubbyray Comics morning show. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. You guys are great, and I will talk to you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.